starting lineups. With the visiting Ripon Tigers, coached by Mike Makarevich. Number 7, Emily Kajabuski. Number 9, Lexi Miller. Number 2, Abby Radloff. Number 11, Avery Makarevich. Number 12, Cassidy Motter. Number 5, Allie Bumby. Number 15, Eva Baker. Number 3, Alyssa Swanke. And number 13, Avery Downs. Now for your Winneconne Wolves, coached by Jenny Case. At first base, number 6, Nora Kutnick. In left field, number 4, Anna Minier. At third base, number 10, Abby Jennerman. At catcher, number 3, Jordan Biesinger. At pitcher, number 2, Macy Clark. Designated player, number 9, Caitlin Bourne. In center field, number 5, Shay Pelletier. At shortstop, number 8, Maddox Stilley. In right field, number 16, Aubrey Halder. At second base, number 17, Marley Gonering. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Winneconne this afternoon, where the Ripon Tigers take on the Winneconne Wolves in WAA regional action. This is Bruce Link beside our executive director, Jason Motter, bringing you today's girls softball action on Ripon Sports YouTube.
Today's presentation of Ripon Girls Softball on Ripon Sports YouTube brought to you by Webster's Marketplace, Cliffs Tire and Battery, Ripon Area School District, and the parents of the Ripon Girls Softball team, along with other supportive fans and viewers.
The Ripon Lady Tigers played last week Thursday against Chilton in the last regular season game and came away with an 11-8 win, capping off Ripon's regular season with a 9-11 overall record. For Winneconne, they last played 1 week ago this past Saturday against Appleton North and won 13-11 to finish the regular season with a 15-9 overall record. Ripon is coached by Mike Makarevich. Winneconne is coached by Jenny Case. Ripon is the visiting team. They will be starting first at bat. So to start the top of the first inning here in this WIAA regional will be Emily Kajabuski. Kajabuski will be doing the pitching for Ripon today. And the first pitch to Kajabuski, a swing and a miss for strike one. Emily steps in for the second pitch. Macy Clark pitching. We've seen Macy pitch twice before to Ripon. Emily bunts it foul. That'll be strike two to Emily Kajabuski. Emily, the first batter for the Tigers. Also going on this afternoon, the Ripon track and field team down in Kewaskum for regionals. And a swing and a miss for strike three. That's going to be the first out for the Tigers.
Now betting
as that's going to bring up
Miller.
Lexi Miller. Lexi Miller has a home run to her credit this season. Lexi plays center field for the Tigers. First pitch to Lexi, a strike swinging. Lexi steps in for the second pitch by Clark. And she'll tick that one back foul for strike two. You've heard me say all year long that Ripon is a swinging team. They don't let many balls go by without taking a swing at it. So Lexi steps in for the next pitch with 2 strikes against her. And that's going to be a foul. She tried to get out of the way as it was coming right at her, and the bat hit it. So it's going to hold it. No balls, 2 strikes to Lexi. 1 out. We want to welcome everybody along that's been with us all year long, and those new viewers as well today. So the next pitch by Clark, and a swing and a miss by Lexi Miller for out number 2 for
now
the Tigers.
Number 2, Redloff.
That brings up Abby Radloff, shortstop for Ripon. Abby also with a home run to her credit this year, as she steps up and waits for the first pitch to her by Macy Clark of the Wolves. And she'll foul that one away for strike one. Abby Radloff. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. She awaits the next pitch. And a swing and a miss. She's out and actually behind the pitch for Abby. She'll call timeout. So Abby must have felt that Clark was taking too much time and wanted a timeout. So she steps back into the box and the pitch. And she'll foul that one away over the backstop. So the ball count remains at no balls, 2 strikes to Abby Radloff. And she ticks that one away for a foul. Just barely ticked it, but enough to keep her at-bat extended. So she'll step in and wait for the next pitch by Abby Clark. And a swing and a miss. And she's going to be safe at first base. And she'll go to second, and they're going to call her out at second as she tried to take second. But the catcher dropped the ball, giving her the opportunity to run down to first. Usually they throw them out on that, but not able to do that this time as they get her out at second base, and she's rounded first and down. So that's the end of the top of the first inning. It's Ripon 0, Winneconne 0.
Today's presentation of Ripon Girls Softball on Ripon Sports YouTube brought to you by Webster's Marketplace, Cliffs Tire and Battery, Ripon Area School District, and the parents of the Ripon Girls Softball team, along with other supportive fans and viewers.
Back here in Winneconne, getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning with our score 0-0. First batter is Nora Kutnick. Kutnick playing first base for the Winneconne Wolves. First pitch to Kutnick is a ball. She waits for the next pitch from Emily Kozibuski, and that'll be in there for ball 2. And the next one's down the middle for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kutnick. And she'll foul that one back, make it 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nora Kutnick for the Wolves. She'll step into the box, and a high pitch. Looked like it hung up in Emily's hand for ball 3. So full count now to Kutnick. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Drop for a hit that's going to give her a double. And she'll be into second base on a stand-up double. Lexi Miller kind of misjudged that ball and started to come in for it and then realized it was going high. The wind doesn't seem to be a factor as the flag out there hanging pretty limp. And the first pitch to Anna Monier is a strike when you're playing left field for the Wolves. And next ball is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs, runner at second for the Wolves here in the bottom of the first inning. And she hooked that one over to second base. Runner will advance to third, and they throw Monier out at first. That'll be the first out for the Wolves.
Now batting number 10, Abby Jennerman.
Next batter up is Abby Jennerman. Third baseman. First pitch is a ball. Gives her a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes. As she waits for the next pitch from Kozibuski. Low pitch is going to be 2 balls, no strikes now to Jennerman. Kozibuski winds it up. It goes right up the middle. Ground ball. That's going to bring in a run. Put Jennerman over on first with a base hit and an RBI. So Jennerman's hit results in the first run for the Wolves, giving the Wolves a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning.
Jordan
That'll bring up
Biesinger.
Jordan Biesinger, the catcher for the Wolves. She'll step into the box and wait for the first pitch from Kozibuski. And that'll drop in front of the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 1 run across here in the bottom of the first for Winneconne. as Biesinger ready for the next pitch, and that'll be a ball as well. 2 balls, no strikes. The ball count to Biesinger. She's ready for the next pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball to throw over to first base, trying to catch the runner off, but she gets back in time. So 3 balls, no strikes to Biesinger. That's going to be a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Jordan Biesinger. And she'll hit that one. Line drive on the ground right to first. And they get the out at first as Mills
Now
steps
batting number
on the
2,
bag to get the out. They
Macy
tried to get the out
Clark.
over at second to get a double play, but Jennerman managed to get over safely. And that's going to bring up Macy Clark, the pitcher. And they try to throw down to second base. And the ball gets away from Bumby, but doesn't go far, and so Jennerman will hold at second. 1 ball, no strikes to Clark. She'll swing, foul it away for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Macy Clark. 2 outs. 1 run has come across here for Winneconne in the bottom of the first. And now a ball. The pitch from Kajabuski. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Clark will step into the box, wait for Kajabuski to wind it up, and she'll hit it out to right field, and Downs out there to pull it in for out number 3. Well, 1 run comes across for the Wolves, leaving our score at the end of 1 complete inning of play. Winneconne 1 and Ripon 0. As a locally owned and operated business since 1987, Webster's Marketplace is proud to support high school sports and our Ripon Tigers. That's Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. Welcome back to Winneconne as we start the top of the second inning with Winneconne leading here in this WIAA Girls Softball Regional this afternoon. First batter up for Ripon will be Avery Makarevich. Avery, the catcher for the Tigers. And speaking of Avery, we want to say hi to her grandmother watching us down in Greenfield. Yeah, she fouls it away. And we've got a message supposed to say hi to Baga from Papa. So I've done my duty now, and I've accomplished that. So Makarevich steps back in with 1 strike, and now a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Avery Makarevich. In the top of the second inning, Avery's had a good season. She's got 2 home runs to her credit. Now ball, 3 home runs to her credit, I'm told. She now has 1 ball, 2 strikes on her. And he hits this one over to ground ball to the second baseman. She can't handle it. And Avery is going to be safe at first. On a base hit.
Batting number 12, Mater.
Brings up third baseman Cassidy Motter. Cassidy also with a home run to her credit this year. As she steps in, waits for the pitch from Macy Clark, and she gets it right off the neck of the bat. Third baseman catches it, throws it over the first for the double play. So Makarivich off the bag as they get the double play here. Fly ball to third base, and then from third base over to first for out number 2 as Allie Bumby steps up to the plate. Bumby takes a ball outside. 2 outs for Ripon. Nobody on base. And next one's a ball inside. She had to avoid getting hit with that one. So Bumby gets the signals from Coach Makarivich and waits for the next pitch by Clark. And that's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Allie Bumby. And a swing and a miss for a strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Bumby. Allie also with the home run this year. And a swing and a miss is going to be out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. No runs come across. No hit, 1 hit, and no errors. So at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play, it's Winneconne 1, Ripon 0. Getting ready to start the bottom of the second inning here in Winneconne at the WIAA Girls Regional game this afternoon. First batter up will be Caitlin Bourne. Bourne, the designated player today for the Wolves. She'll step up to the box and wait for Emily Kojabuski to make the first pitch here in the bottom of the second inning, and the first pitch is a strike. Called strike to Bourne. Next pitch is a pop-up, and Bumby gonna go back and she'll get that one. Nice hustle by Bumby to get back there for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring up Shea Pelletier.
Now batting at number 5, Shea Pelletier.
Pelletier plays center field for the Wolves, a lefty. Winneconne has a couple of them. She charges the ball, hits it back to the pitcher, over to Mills at first base for out number 2. So the out goes from Emily Kojabuski over to Mills for out number 3,
Now
or 2
batting
rather,
at number
excuse
8,
me.
Maddox
And that's going to bring up
Stilley.
Maddox Stilley, shortstop for the Wolves this afternoon. And a ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, nobody on base here in the bottom of the second inning for the Wolves. Wolves lead it 1-0. And a strike called now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stilley. As Kojabuski gets set to wind it up. And a line drive right back to Abby Radloff for out number 3. And so at the end of 2 complete innings, it's Ripon trailing Winneconne 1-0. Drive the roads and the lane with confidence. Drive the roads and the lane with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip and adventure with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Number 14, Mills.
Back here in Winneconne, WIAA Girls Regional Softball action this afternoon. It's Ripon against Winneconne. Winneconne with the lead, 1-0, as Erica Mills steps into the batter's box, and a swing and a miss for Mills gives her strike one. Mills plays first base for Ripon. She tries to bunt. She bunts at back foul for strike two. I want to say thanks to all our sponsors, and that includes Ripon Area School District helping us out with these things this year to be able to bring them to you. And a swing and a miss by Mills is going to be the first out in the top of the third inning for Ripon. As Mills strikes out, that'll bring up number 15, left fielder Eva Baker. And she'll foul that one back, headed back to our box here. One of the things here in Winneconne, they have a nice press box for us to broadcast out of right behind the backdrop, behind the home plate. And a strike call, so no balls, 2 strikes now to Baker. I want to also extend a big thank you to Bill Kinzinger, as he has helped us be able to provide this for you this year too. And a low pitch, that's going to be ball 1, 2 strikes to Eva Baker. Winneconne leading here in the top of the third inning, 1-0 over the Tigers. And Baker fouls that one back, so the count's going to hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out for Ripon so far. Nobody on base. Baker only the second batter here in the top of the third inning. As Clark winds it up and fouls it away again. So once again, the count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Eva takes a swing and a miss. Big swing by Baker, but couldn't connect with it for out number 2 for the Tigers, and that's going to bring up the designated player, Alyssa Swanke. Swanke coming up from the JV squad to play for the Tigers in the playoffs. And she'll hit that one over the second baseman's head. Line drive out to right field, and that's going to put her on first base with a base hit for the Tigers. And that's going to take us to the top of the Ripon lineup with Emily Kajabuski coming up. Kajabuski struck out in the first inning. So Kajabuski, top of the order for the Tigers with 2 outs and a runner on. And she swings and misses for strike 1. Nice hit by Alyssa Swanke to get on base. And another swing by Kajabuski is going to make it no balls, 2 strikes. Two outs for the Tigers. 1 runner on first, and Kajabuski takes a ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. here in the top of the third inning for the Tigers. And that's inside, but she swings at it, and it's a miss for out number 3. So at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, it's Winneconne 1, Ripon 0. Back here at Winneconne to start the bottom of the third inning. Winneconne getting ready, and coming up to bat
Aubrey
for
Halder.
Winneconne will be Aubrey Halder, right fielder for the Wolves. And she'll bunt that one down the first base line. Mills picks it up, throws it over to first, and they get the out as Bumby goes over to cover the base. So 1 out for the Wolves. Nice job by Mills to come up and pick up that bunt and get it over to the base for the out to Bumby. So it brings up the top of the lineup for Winneconne, Nora Kutnick. Kutnick with a double to start the first inning, which resulted in a run. Her coming in for a run. And now we have 2 balls, no strikes to Kutnick. She had to squat down to avoid that one. And she follows the next one back for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Nora Kutnick. As Kajabuski gets ready to wind it up for the Tigers. And right down the middle for a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Nora Kutnick. 1 out, nobody on. Kutnick only the second batter here in this inning for Winneconne, and Kajabuski tries a change-up and ends up being a ball. So full count now to Kutnick. And she'll hit that one out to center field. Lexi Miller gets under it and makes that out number 2 for the Wolves. Lexi Miller almost right in the right spot. She just had to take a side step to her left to get that one. So Anna Munier comes up. She grounded out in the first inning. Now takes the ball for ball 1. Next pitch, and she'll hit that one over to second base to Bumby. Bumby over to Mills for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down once again. And at the end of 3 innings of play, it's Winneconne 1, Ripon 0, excuse me. Webster's Marketplace is proud to be your locally owned and operated grocery store since 1987. With an in-store bakery, full production deli, fresh meat department, with an in-store smokehouse, we look forward to serving you. That's Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 in Ripon.
Today's presentation of Ripon Girls Softball on Ripon Sports YouTube brought to you by Webster's Marketplace, Cliff's Tire and Battery, Ripon Area School District, and the parents of the Ripon Girls Softball team along.
At the end of 3 complete innings of play, our score, Winneconne 1, Ripon 0. Looking in on the Waupun-Waupaca game, the winner of this game here in Winneconne will play the winner of the Waupaca-Waupun game. That taking place in Waupun in the first inning. Waupun leading that one over Waupaca, 2-1. Lexi Miller steps up as the first batter here in the top of the fourth inning for Ripon. First pitch, a ball, low. So Miller starts with a 1-ball, no strike count. Lexi struck out back in the first inning. And she'll hit this one out to center field. That's going to go over the head of the center fielder. She can't pick it up, and Miller going to go all the way around to second for a stand-up double to start things off here in the top of the fourth inning for the Tigers. That's going to bring up Abby Radloff. Radloff grounded out
Now batting
in the
number
first
2,
inning.
Radloff.
So Abby looking to improve on that. So Radloff comes up, second batter in the lineup in the inning. And she takes a pitch ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runner at second, that's Lexi Miller for the Tigers. Next pitch by Clark. Called a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Abby Radloff. On deck is Avery Makarevich. And a swing and a miss by Radloff. It gives her 1 ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Miller steals third, gets there safely. Throw over to third was not in time as Miller slid into third base safely. So Radloff still at bat with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the fourth inning with Winneconne leading 1-0 and Ripon with a runner in scoring position at third. And a ball called. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Radloff. As Clark gets set to pitch. That's going to be a ball outside. Gives Radloff a full count with 3 balls, 2 strikes. Miller at third, waiting to come home to tie this game up. As Clark pitches it, and that's going to be fouled away by Radloff. Foul that back into the cheap seats on the hillside. And a hit right between third and short. It's going to bring in the run for Ripon. As Radloff hits the ground ball right between third base and the shortstop for a base hit. Puts her over at first, brings Lexi Miller in for the run. That ties things up here at 1 apiece with Avery Makarevich coming up to the plate. And Makarevich, last few games in particular, has done the job in bringing runs in. She's got several triples to her credit this year, along with the home runs, and that's going to be a low pitch for a ball from Clark. Makarevich with 27 RBIs to her credit this season. And next pitch, low for a ball. 2 balls. No strikes to Avery Makarevich. No outs. Run has come across for the Tigers. And Abby Radloff is at first. And Coach Case wants a conference with her infield. So once again, we'll remind you that the other regional game is Waupun and Waupaca playing in Waupun today. And they're in the middle of the second inning. And the score is still Waupun 2, Waupaca 1. Waupaca beat Xavier previously last week Thursday or Friday it was, to advance. They won over Xavier 10-0 to get to the game to play Waupun. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Makarevich. Runner at first for the Tigers with no outs here this afternoon in the top of the 4th inning, and that's going to be a line drive right over the head of the second baseman. That's going to put Makarevich over to second, and coming all the way around from first is Abby Radloff to put Ripon ahead 2-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. So Ripon takes the lead on a double
Batting number 12, Mater.
by Makarevich, and that's going to bring up Cassidy Mater. Nice line drive right over the head of the second baseman for Avery Makarevich. Cassidy Mater steps up to the plate. Cassie flew out to third base in the second inning as the first pitch to Cassidy is a ball. Still no outs for Ripon. Runner at second. 2 runs have come across for Ripon to take the lead. That's going to be a pop-up out to center field and pulled in for the out. Makarevich going to tag and go to third. So Ripon with another good shot at a score here with only 1 out
Now batting number
in the
5,
top of the
Bumby.
4th inning. And Ellie Bumby going to step up to the plate. She'll wait for the first pitch from Macy Clark. And tipped that one back behind us here for a foul. I see we don't have as many listeners as we usually have. Some of those listeners that we usually have are here at the game this afternoon. We welcome them. As Bumby takes the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Allie Bumby. Runner at third, no outs. Tigers lead here in the top of the 4th, 2-1. And a called strike now to Bumby. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Allie struck out in the second inning. So Ripon putting some runs on the board to take the lead here, and that's going to be hit to the second baseman, and they're going to throw Bumby out at first, but Makarevich will come across to score, making it a 3-1 game. Ripon ahead here by 2.
Now batting
As
number
she grounded
14,
over
Mills.
to second, and the second baseman threw her out. For out number 2. Brings up Erica Mills. Mills with the bunt, and that's going to drop, and she's going to get on safe, and that's a wide throw. And that's going to send her over to second base. So Mills gets a base hit bunt. Placed that one very nicely, just barely down the third base line. So it took a while for somebody to get to that ball and get it over to first, but she had it beat out and then got on to second on an error on a wide throw. It's going to bring up Eva Baker for the Tigers. Eva strikes out in the third inning, and that's going to be a pop-up for out number 3 to third base. So at the end of 3 1/2 innings of play, Ripon takes the lead here in this WIAA Girls Softball Regional 3-1. Welcome back here to Winneconne at the WIAA Girls Regional game. Looking in on what's going on over in Waupun in the second at the end of two innings. It's Waupun 4, Wapaka 1. The winner of this game here in Winneconne will face the winner of that game on Wednesday. So Abby Jennerman comes up to start the bottom of the fourth inning for Winneconne. Jennerman takes the ball from Kajabuski on the first pitch. Next pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now to Abby Jennerman. Bottom of the fourth inning. And a strike now from Kajabuski. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jennerman. Nice turnout here this afternoon from both Ripon and Winneconne, and that's going to be hit foul down the first baseline. So they get the ball back in. That's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Abby Jennerman. Jennerman with a base hit back in the first inning for the Wolves. Ripon leading here in the bottom of the fourth, 3-1. And she'll hit this one foul down the third baseline. So the count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I want to thank you once again for joining us as we've been bringing you Ripon girls softball all year long. And now we have a full count to Jennerman as Kajabuski tried to change up and umpire said it wasn't. So now a base on balls for Jennerman. Puts her on first base. So the first batter up for Winneconne gets on base, and that brings up Jordan Biesinger. Biesinger, the catcher. She grounded out to first base back in the first inning. Ripon looking to keep Winneconne from getting any more runs across here in this inning as that one's fouled away. 4 strike 1. Runner at first. 1 strike against Biesinger. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Winneconne. Now another ball to Biesinger. Actually, it's a strike, so 2 strikes to Biesinger. I thought he called it a strike. I didn't see his usual signal. So, no balls, 2 strikes. Now one's in there, a bounce back to the pitcher. She's going to throw it over to second, and the runner going to be safe there. Not in time. That'll give Biesinger a base hit. Puts runners at first and second for the Wolves with Macy Clark coming up. Clark flew out to right field in the first run. And a courtesy runner coming in for Biesinger.
Macy Clark.
And the runner, Izzy Schaefer, at first base for Winneconne. So no balls, 1 strike to Macy Clark. No outs here as we have runners at first and second for Winneconne. She hits that one out to right field. Over the head of Downs. That's going to bring at least 1 run across for Winneconne. Second runner's going to come in. Oh, now she tripped and fell, and they got a pickle situation, and they got 2 runs across to tie up the game. So 2 runs come across as they threw the ball to Motter at third. And she couldn't hold on to it. So Macy Clark gets all the way around to third. Give her a double on that. And that brings up Caitlin Bourne. Bourne with a fly ball to second base. Back in the second inning. No outs here. 2 runs have come across to tie the score at 3-3. With Bourne at the plate with 1 strike. Next one, she hits that. Past Radloff. Another run's going to come in to put Winneconne ahead 4-3. So that's going to bring up Shea Pelletier following, and another runner substitution. And that's going to be
Now batting number 5, Shea Pelletier.
They didn't give us a number on the, I was told that everybody, oh, that's going to be Marley Gunnering coming in to run. So up to bat is Shea Pelletier. She has 1 ball on her now. Still no outs, now a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is this turning out to be a big inning for Winneconne? Bottom of the 4th. They take the lead 4-3. Now a bunt down the first base line, and that's going to be foul. So the lead runner has to go back to first. That's going to be Gunnering. As Pelletier now with 1 ball, 2 strikes on her. No outs, runner at first. 3 runs have come across to score. Now she hits it out to left field. Baker can't get there. And that's going to put runners at first and second now. With still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Batting number 8, Maddox.
And that's going to bring up shortstop Maddox Stilley for Winneconne. No outs, runners at first and second. And Stilley takes a strike. Called strike down the middle by Kozubowski. No balls, 1 strike to Stilley with no outs. 4 base hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning as they try to get Catlin Bourne out at second. Excuse me, that's not Bourne, that's a substitute runner, Gunnering, courtesy runner. And now a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike to Pelletier, or to Maddox rather. Maddox Stilley. Pelletier at first. And a strike to Stilley. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count now to Maddox Stilley. And she'll hit that one. That's going to go out down the first base line, go foul. So our count will hold at 2 balls, 2 strikes for Maddox Stilley. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Winneconne leading it 4-3, and Stilley just nicks it for a foul. So our count will hold once again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice day for a softball game. Not too hot out here, a nice little breeze blowing. More so than it was when we started the game. And now another ball to Maddox Stilley. Gives her a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, runners at first and second, and 3 runs have come across to score. And she'll hit that one. That's a pop-up going to be taken by Allie Bradley, or Allie Bumby. My apologies. So first out.
Now batting number 16, Aubrey.
1 out
Halder.
brings up Aubrey Halder. She grounded out to first base. Actually, it was a ground bunt that Erica Mills came in, charging in to pick up, threw it over to Bumby, covering first. So first pitch to Halder is a ball. She tries to bunt this one. That's going to be strike 1 on a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aubrey Halder. 1 out, runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Winneconne leading 4-3. And she bunts that one. That's going to fall foul. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Halder. Kozubowski gets ready for the next pitch. And that's outside for a ball, and that'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike count now to Halder with runners at first and second, 1 out. And she tries to bunt that one. And she's going to be out. 4 out, number 2. Brings up the top of the order for Winneconne, Nora Kutnick.
Number 6, Nora Kutnick.
Kutnick with a base hit in the first inning, and then she flew out to center field in the third inning. Now takes a strike. Kutnick, second to the last batter in this inning for Winneconne, and she takes a called strike. For strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes to Nora Kutnick. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. She'll hit that one over to second base. Bumby picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 3. So 3 runs come across for Winneconne on 4 hits, making our score here at the end of 4 complete innings of play. Winneconne 4, Ripon 3. Drive the roads and the lane with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Back here at Winneconne, getting ready to start the top of the 5th inning.
Leading off
Winneconne
number 3,
has
Honky.
come from behind to take the lead here, 4-3, as they got 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, and a first batter up for Ripon is going to be Alyssa Swanke, the designated player. Alyssa got a base hit back in the 3rd inning as she takes a big swing and strike 1. Alyssa steps into the box, waits for the pitch from Clark, and again, strike 2 on the swing. No balls, 2 strikes. Alyssa, the leadoff batter here for Ripon in the top of the 5th inning. Now she'll take time. Steps out of the box. Lets the pitcher think about it a little bit. Steps back in, waits for the pitch from Clark, and she'll pop that one up. That's going to go in the foul territory, and so she'll get an extended at-bat as that goes foul down the first baseline. And after 3 innings over in Waupun, it's Waupun leading Wapaka 5-1. I want to thank Jason Motter for keeping track of that game. The winner of this game here in Winneconne will go to Waupun, the way it looks, to play in that game, but we got to wait for the final as they're only in the 3rd inning. Count to Alyssa. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. She gets ready for the next pitch and steps back into the box. Clark gets ready to wind it up. And a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alyssa Swanke. No outs yet here as Swanke, the first batter in the inning. And she fouls that one away down 3rd baseline. Got a little bit out ahead of that ball. So Alyssa extends the at-bat again with 2 balls, 2 strikes. And she'll pop that one up. That's going to be a high pop-up out to left field, and she drops it. So Swanke already halfway to second base, and she'll finish it, and she'll be on second base on the error by a left fielder. Brings up top of the order for Ripon, and actually we're going to have a batting change as Kylie Bussey going to come in to bat for Kozibuski.
Now batting number 10, Bussey.
Kylie Bussey with her first bat of the day. She'll step into the box and wait for the pitch with runner at second. No outs for Ripon here in the top of the fifth inning. She'll take a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Bussey, the second batter in the inning for the Tigers. And inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Kylie. Once again, top of the fifth inning, Winneconne leading here 4-3. Ripon with a runner at second. Bussey up to bat with a big swing. She now has 2 balls and 1 strike. Alyssa Swanke at second base for the Tigers. And another swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bussey. She gets the directions from Coach Makarevich over at third. And the pitch by Clark. And she tips that one back for a foul. That'll hold the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful, beautiful day here for softball today. Nice breeze, probably about 5 miles an hour out of the north-northwest. And she'll pop that one up high to second base. And that's pulled in for out number 1. As getting underneath that
Now
ball
batting number 9,
for the catch
Miller.
was Marley Gonering. High pop-up by Bussey. That brings up Lexi Miller. Miller with a double in the last inning for the Tigers. And now try to throw Swanke out at third, and they do. She was off the base, and instead of going back to second, because they tried to get her at second, they lost the ball and didn't get it to go away far enough, and they got her out trying to go over to third. So out number 2 on the throw out at third, with Lexi Miller at the plate with 1 ball and no strikes. Miller waits for the pitch, and she'll hit that one. Ground ball is going to pass second base right up the middle, and she'll be on first base with a base hit. So Lexi Miller with another base hit
Now
here in the game.
2, Redloff.
Brings up Abby Radloff. Radloff had a base hit in the 4th inning as well. Abby Radloff came across to score in the 4th inning for Ripon. As the first pitch is a ball to Radloff. 2 outs, runner at first. That's Lexi Miller for the Tigers. Abby Radloff at the plate with 1 ball. Next pitch, a swing and a miss by Radloff. 1 ball, 1 strike to Abby. Ripon in this ball game as they trail only by 1 run, 4-3 in the top of the 5th inning. Clark ready to wind it up. And that's going to be right between the shortstop's legs for a base hit. Miller going to round it, go to third. And Coach Makarevich calls a timeout. Radloff with the base hit. She'll be at first. Lexi Miller goes around to third,
Now batting
putting runners at
number
first
11,
and third.
Makarevich.
Coming up to bat, Avery Makarevich. Makarevich with 2 base hits so far today. She had a single in the second inning and a double in the fourth inning. 2 outs. First pitch is a ball. She looked like she wanted to swing at it, but pulled it back before she got too far. Gets ready for the next pitch from Clark. And that's going to be hit foul, out of bounds along the first base line. In fact, that's going to go all the way back to almost my car. Young lady retrieves that ball, brings it back over as Coach Jennifer Case for Winneconne wants to talk with the infield. Once again, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Waupun-Waupaca game, and at the moment, at the end of 3 innings, it was Waupun 5 and Waupaca 1. So at the moment, it looks like whoever wins this game here in Winneconne will be playing against Waupun, but that was only the 3rd inning, so things can change. Ripon runners go over and talk with Coach Makarevich. Abby Radloff goes back to first. Lexi Miller back to third, as a base hit will bring Miller in to be able to tie this game at 4. Winneconne leading here in the top of the 5th inning, 4-3. Makarevich at the plate for Ripon. Takes the ball, gives the right 2-ball, 1 strike count. Runners at first and third for the Tigers with 2 outs. Makarevich steps back into the box, waits for the pitch from Clark. And she tips that one back, foul. And the next pitch is a ball. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Makarevich. Runners at first and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Makarevich hits a ball out to left, right center field. Miller comes across to score. Radloff goes to third, rounds third, comes home, and she's going to be in and puts Ripon ahead 5-4 this afternoon over Winneconne. So another nice job by Makarevich. She gets a double. She'll end up on second base, and that brings up Cassidy Motter. Cassidy with a chance to bring in another run for Ripon here. 2 outs. Runner at second for the Tigers. Ripon leading here now in the top of the 5th inning, 5-4. Cassidy Motter at the plate. So Motter waits for the pitch and swing and a miss for strike 1. Avery Makarevich, the runner at second for the Tigers. And Motter tips this one back for strike 2. 2 outs, runner at second. Motter at the plate with 2 balls and, or no balls and 2 strikes. Coach Case coming out to talk to her catcher. So Motter will go over and talk to Coach Makarevich, and Avery will come over to the side to talk to him as well. So once again, winner of this game will play the winner of the Wapaka game. And last we knew, Waupun was leading that at the end of 3, 5-1. If Ripon would happen to win this game and Wapaka would happen to win the game against Waupun, they'll play in Ripon. But if Waupun wins the game, regardless of who, well, if Waupun wins in Waupun today and Ripon wins here, Ripon goes there. But if Winneconne wins here, Waupun will travel here to Winneconne for the next game. And if you got that all straight, you're doing better than I am. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cassidy Motter with 2 outs, runner at second. As Cassidy steps back up to the plate, waits for the windup by Clark. And a changeup and a swing and a miss for out number 3 for Motter. So at the end of 4 1/2 innings of play, Ripon takes the lead. 2 runs come across here in the 5th inning, top of the 5th inning for the Tigers. They give Ripon the lead, 5-4. Back here at Winneconne, Ripon leading as we get ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Ripon leading 5-4. First batter up here in the bottom of the 5th, Anna Monier. She'll ground the ball over to third base to Cassidy Motter. Motter over to Mills for out number 1. So Ripon playing with some confidence here this afternoon.
Now batting number 10, Abby.
Ground ball over to
Jennerman.
Motter. Throws it over to Mills and gets the runner Munier, the batter, out at first. Abby Jennerman steps up to the plate now. First pitch is a ball. Now after 4 innings in Waupun, it's Waupun 6, Wapaka 1. And the next pitch is a ball to Jennerman, giving her a 3-ball, no strike count. 1 out, nobody on for the Wolves. And a strike right down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike now. The count to Jennerman. And another strike. So loads up the count with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kajabuski trying to maintain the lead, and we've got a ball hit out along the first baseline, out to right field. That's going to put Jennerman all the way over to third base. Downs gets the ball in, and they throw it over to third to Motter. And Jennerman going to be in at third with a triple. So 1 out, runner at third for Winneconne in scoring position, with
Now
the opportunity to
batting
tie
number
this game up
3,
at 5.
Jordan Biesinger.
That brings up Jordan Biesinger for Winneconne. She had a base hit back in the 4th inning. He also came in to score a run. Ripon leading here 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning, but Winneconne threatening to tie it up here as Biesinger takes the ball on the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third and 1 out. Coach Makarevich trying to get his outfield in position as Avery Makarevich stares down the base runner at third. I've been informed that our video is out at the moment. We still have the audio, so we will continue with that. And base hit going to go right up the middle by Biesinger, and that's going to bring Jennerman in to score and tie this game up at 5 in Winneconne here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as we've had a back and forth game here.
Courtesy runner number 13, Izzy Schaefer.
Izzy Schaefer comes in as a courtesy runner for Biesinger.
Now batting number 2.
She'll be at first base.
Macy
And that
Clark.
brings up Macy Clark. Clark with a double in the 4th inning, as Makarevich throws it down to first, trying to get Schaefer out as she was leading off at first. And hits it down the third base line, but it's going to go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Clark. 1 out, runner at first. We have a tie ball game at 5. Kajabuski with the changeup. It's going to make it a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Kajabuski with the pitch and fouled away by Clark. Gives us a 2 ball, 2 strike count. 1 out, runner at first. And I'm informed we have our video back. Thank you to our executive producer, Jason Motter, for that. And a strike call to Clark is going to be out number 2 as she watched it go by. That's the first called strikeout we've had this afternoon, as Caitlin Bourne
Now batting
will step up to the plate. Bourne, the designated player. Bourne had a base hit in the 4th inning. So 2 outs, runner at first. Bourne at the plate takes a strike, called strike. As we're in the bottom of the 5th inning with a score tied at 5-5. Now a ball to Bourne. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bourne will step back up to the plate and wait for the pitch from Kajabuski. And she'll hit that one down the third base line, foul. Gives her a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So Bourne will step back into the box. And the next pitch, a ball to Bourne. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Caitlin Bourne with 2 outs, runner at first. And that's going to be a pop-up, and Abby Radloff gets underneath it at shortstop to pull that one in for out number 3. So at the end of 5 complete innings of play, it's Ripon 5, Winneconne 5. We want to thank the Ripon Area School District for letting us be able to bring you these games all season long. This has been a pleasure for Jason and I to do this, and we hope you've enjoyed it as well. But Ripon Area School District helping us out in being able to bring you this game this year, or these games, along with this regional game here from Winneconne. So a big thank you goes out to the Ripon Area School District, as well as Mr. Bill Kinzinger, the athletic director for Ripon High School. Back here at Winneconne, I'm Bruce Link alongside Jason Motter, our executive producer. Starting the top of the 6th inning with our score tied at 5-5.
Now
Ripon
betting number
staying
5.
right in the
Bundy.
game with Winneconne today. They lost previously in the first game during the regular season 4-1, and then in the second game at Ripon 6-0. So Ripon with a lot of confidence coming into this game as they've come in with a 4-game win streak. Bumby with a high pop-up. Getting underneath that is the second baseman, and that's going to be Marley Gunnering for out number 1 as Erica Mills will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 14, Mills.
Erica had a base hit in the 4th inning. And we have a no ball, 1 strike count to Mills. Top of the 6th inning for the Tigers as we have a tie score at 5-5. Mills with a little pop-up right back to the first baseman, and she just throws her out for out number 2 at first. Clark just gets it over in time to get the out, and that'll bring up Eva Baker for the Tigers.
Now batting number 15,
Eva
Baker.
coming up to the plate with two outs, nobody on base. Tied here at 5-5. First strike, swinging strike to Baker. No balls, 1 strike to Eva. On deck is Alyssa Swanke. Baker ready for the next pitch, and that'll be a high pop-up. Right fielder coming up to pull that one in, and that's going to be out number 3. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Ripon. So at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, Ripon 5, Winneconne 5. Back here at Winneconne as we get ready to start
Now
the bottom of the
batting
6th
number
inning.
5,
Winneconne
Shea
coming up to bat. It's going to be number 5, Shea Pelletier for the Wolves. Pelletier with a base hit back in the 4th inning as the first pitch to Pelletier is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Pelletier the first batter up here in this inning. Kajabuski. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball over to second to Bumby. She gets it to first to Mills for out number 1. That's going to bring up Maddox Stilley as the next batter for the Wolves.
Now batting number 8, Maddox Stilley.
1 out, nobody on for the Wolves. As Stilley steps up to the plate. She'll tick that one back foul for a strike 1. Stilley has not gotten on base yet today, has no hits. Next pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball, and Abby Radloff with a nice reach to pull that ball in and keep it from going into the outfield, but not able to get it over to first base in time, and that's going to result in a base hit for Stilley. So that's going to give us 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning with a runner at first, and brings up Aubrey Halder. Halder bunts it right down the first base line. Mills right there to pick it up, and out of reach of Bumby as Elle Downs is going to run the ball in to hold the runner Stilley over at second base. But a nice stop by shortstop Abby Radloff, but still going to result in a base hit bunt for Aubrey Halder. as we're going to have a conversation out here, and it would appear that Coach Makarevich, he's having a conversation with the umpire at the moment. So the Ripon team gathering at the pitcher's mound, the infielders, for a little chat. And Kajabuski is going to end up going out to right field, and I'm guessing that means Layla Kajabuski going to come in to pitch for the Tigers, and that's what we're going to have. So Kajabuski will move from pitcher out to right field, 4 downs. Layla Simonis comes in to do the pitching. She's doing some warm-up pitches. As here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Ripon 5, Winneconne 5. And Winneconne has a runner at first and second. Here this afternoon, I'm Bruce Lank. I want to thank you all for joining us all season long. We're coming to you from Winneconne this afternoon from the WIAA Girls Softball Regional. Also going on here at Winneconne this afternoon, they've got the regional track meet. So a lot of athletes here in Winneconne today, as well as fans for both softball and track and field. Ripon down in Kewaskum today for the regional track meet. As Simonis ready to pitch, and the first batter up
number 6, Nora Kutnick,
will be the top of the batting order for Winneconne, Nora Kutnick. 1 out, runners at first and second, as Kutnick, a lefty, comes up to bat. First pitch, a ball from Simonis. Layla Simonis, a sophomore for Ripon. She'll be a junior next year, and she throws a strike down there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kutnick. Kutnick had a double back in the first inning, and the next pitch is a ball. Gives her a 2 ball, 1 strike count. And she'll tick that one back. That'll bean the umpire in the head, but he's still standing, still conscious. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nora Kutnick. And the next pitch low, and that's going to load up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nora Kutnick, with runners at first and second and 1 out here for Winneconne. Next pitch. And that's going to put her on base on balls. Loads up the bases here this afternoon for Winneconne. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as we're tied at 5 to 5 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So coming up to the plate, Anna Munier. And Munier with a high pop-up. And Lexi Miller going to get that one. She pulls it in, but that's going to bring the runner in from third. So 2 outs, sacrifice fly by Munier brings a run in, and going to put Winneconne ahead now, 6 to 5.
Abby Jennerman.
And runners will also hold at first and second, as the batter up is Abby Jennerman. Jennerman had a triple in the 5th inning and a base hit in the 1st inning. Jennerman, not a very tall player, but she's got some power behind her swing. 2 balls, no strikes to Jennerman. Next pitch is in there for a strike from Simonis. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first and second for the Wolves. Jennerman with the 2 ball, 1 strike count, and then she hit this one. It's going to be a pop-up. Radloff will go over to the third base line, pull it in for out number 3, but 1 run will score here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Winneconne takes the lead, 6 to 5.
Winneconne 6.
Webster's Marketplace is proud to sponsor high school sports. Visit us today for fresh produce, meat cut in store, and a deli and bakery that are always cooking up meals, side dishes, and sweet treats for you to enjoy. That's Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Today's presentation of Ripon Girls Softball on Ripon Sports YouTube brought to you by Webster's Marketplace, Cliff's Tire and Battery, Ripon Area School District, and the parents of the Ripon Girls Softball team, along with other supportive fans and viewers.
Welcome back to Winneconne as we start the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Ripon at bat. First batter up will be Layla Simonis. Simonis
Now batting number 20, Simonis.
batting in the place of Alyssa Swanke. So Ripon hoping to get at least one run to tie this game and put us into the bottom of the 7th inning as Simonis ticks it back for strike one. One catcher took the ball off the foul tip. She's fine. Coach Case comes out just to double check with her, and she's telling Coach Case that I'm fine, leave me alone, I can play. Catcher Jordan Biesinger as they get ready for the next pitch. One strike against Simonis. Next one's in there. She takes a big swing and strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to Simonis. Here in the top of the 7th inning with Winneconne leading 6-5. And a ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Layla. Simonis steps back up to the plate and waits for the windup by Macy Clark. And she'll tick that one back foul to extend her at bat. Jason giving me an update on the Ripon game as he gets it. So next pitch from Clark to Simonis. It's going to be outside for a ball. And that'll make our count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Layla Simonis. Simonis, the last batter in the order for Ripon. And that's going to be a ball. So full count now to Layla Simonis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs for the Tigers yet. Simonis, the first batter up. And a swing and a miss is going to make the first out for Ripon. Brings up our leadoff batter, Kajabuski, re-enters the game.
Kajabuski.
So Kajabuski back up to bat. She steps into the batter's box and waits for the pitch from Clark. Clark getting the signals from her catcher, Biesinger, as Kajabuski fouls that one back for a strike one. And after 5 innings in Waupun, it's Waupun 8, Wapaka 1. So looks like Waupun likely to win that game. They'll play the winner of this game here in Winneconne as Kajabuski takes an inside pitch for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Kajabuski. Lexi Miller on deck for the Tigers. Clark with the pitch and a big swing and miss by Kajabuski. Gives her 1 ball, 2 strike count. Want to wish all our track and field runners down at Kewaskum, good luck, and now a called strike. Second called strike of the day. And this one goes against Ripon. So second out now.
Now batting
As
number 9,
Lexi Miller steps up to the plate. Miller has a double and a single to her credit here this afternoon. Lexi Miller calls timeout. She wants to let Macy Clark think about this a little bit. Steps back into the batter's box and waits for the pitch. First pitch to Miller. Swing and a miss for strike one. Macy Clark has done a pretty good job out there for Winneconne this afternoon, as has Kajabuski for Ripon, along with Layla Simonis. And Miller going to foul this one back for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to Miller with 2 outs. Ripon has played a very good game against Winneconne this afternoon. Winneconne leading here in the top of the 7th, 7-6. And a right fielder comes in to catch the fly ball for out number 3. And that's going to advance Winneconne to the next game in the girls WIAA softball regionals.
Before exiting the field tonight. Thank you for your cooperation.
So at the end,
another regional action today after 5 complete innings in Waupun.
At the end of 7 innings of play, Ripon goes down and defeat the Winneconne this afternoon 6-5. Winneconne will play the winner of the Waupun-Wapaka game, and that'll be on Wednesday. If Waupun wins, well, regardless of who wins, they're going to come over here and play over in Winneconne. So. Okay, I'm corrected. It'll be Winneconne will go to Waupun to play over there. I was confused on what the seedings were, but Waupun is a higher seed than Winneconne, so Winneconne will have to go play in Waupun, provided Waupun does win. So be sure to listen to Tiger Beat on 93.1 and 1600. WRPN The Wave every Thursday morning at about 8:20 a.m. for updates of what is taking place in Ripon High School sports. And I'll have an update on this game as well at that time this coming Thursday. And that's brought to you by Accurate Controls in Ripon. Once again, at the WIAA regional final score today from Winneconne, 6, Ripon 5. And Bruce Link alongside our executive producer, Jason Motter, saying, good evening, everybody. Be safe. Thanks for joining us. And today's presentation of Ripon Girls Softball on Ripon Sports YouTube brought to you by Webster's Marketplace, Cliffs Tire and Battery, the Ripon Area School District, and the parents of the Ripon Girls Softball team, along with other supportive fans and viewers. Thank you to Ripon High School Athletic Director Bill Kinzinger for all that you help us with and support us in helping us make this broadcast possible this season. And without my right-hand man, Jason Motter, the video and graphics you see for each game would not be possible. So thank you, Jason, and also to your wife, Christine, for all that she has done to help us set up as well and break down after each broadcast. And most importantly, thank you to all our viewers for staying with us all season long. Once again, thanks for joining us, and as always, stay Tiger proud.
Today's presentation of Ripon Girls Softball on Ripon Sports YouTube brought to you by Webster's Marketplace, Cliffs Tire and Battery, Ripon Area School District, and the parents of the Ripon Girls Softball team, along with other supportive fans and viewers.